Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are representing a group from NBFO2A to represent a financial ratios. Me, myself, is Numariani binti Kamaruddin, and at my left is Baidatul Adila, Kushazwan Arif, and also Noreza. What is ratio? Ratio being used to evaluating the financial conditions and performance of a company. Today, we will discuss on the ratio analysis of financial statement between Malaysia Airports Holdings Berhad and also AirAsia Berhad. When we made the analysis made to differentiate the two business between Malaysia Airports and also AirAsia. Malaysia Airports focusing on operations, maintenance and also development of airports, while AirAsia leading the low-cost services, low-cost airline services that connecting people and places using their carrier. Malaysia Airport Berhad was incorporated in 1999. They also known as the first Asian airport operator to go to public. AirAsia was incorporated in 1993. They start earlier than MHB. Their key strategies are high aircraft utilization, low fare and no frills, point-to-point network. Let's begin with the current ratio for both companies.
Okay, let me start with the first ratio, and that is current ratio. The current ratio of liquidity ratio for AirAsia, it was increasing from 2017 to 2018, a slightly fall from 2016 due to current liability increase. However, for MAHB, they increase their current ratio yearly without fail. Increase in the current ratio over time may indicate a company is growing into its capacity. The company can maximize the current asset on its balance sheet to satisfy its current debt and other payables. Okay, next is quick ratio. The quick ratio analysis is for these two companies increasing by end of 2018. The increasing of quick ratio indicates the increasing of quick ratio indicates that the organization financially reflect the ability to pay its short-term obligation without rely on inventories. A leverage ratio is any one of several financial measurements that look at how much capital comes in the form of loan and assesses the ability of a company to meet its financial obligation debt ratio, being calculated for fiscal year 2016 to 2018 with average 0.70% of AirAsia and result average of 0.59% for MAHB. In general, many investors look for a company to have a debt ratio between 0.3 and 0.6. From a pure risk perspective, debt ratio of 0.4 or lower are considered better, while a debt ratio of 0.6 or higher makes it more difficult to borrow money. This is one of the reasons why a lower debt ratio is usually preferable. To find a comfortable debt ratio, companies should compare themselves to their industry average or direct competitors. Thank you.
Okay, let me continue with time interest earn ratio. Has result a long-term solvency ratio that measure the ability of a company to pay its interest charges as they become due. mostly used by lenders to ascertain if a prospective borrower can be given a loan or not. In the analysis, the total numbers of time interest earned show that there is negative for AirAsia every year. That indicate the company may not have sufficient funds to meet the debt obligation. Negative ratio means the company is not financially sound. It can be improved by a company's debt level, obtaining loans at lower interest rate, increasing sales, reducing operating expenses. However, MAHB show the increasing time interest earned years by years. Average collection period as one type of activity ratio. It shows the average number of days necessary to convert business receivables into cash. The degree to which this is useful for a business depends on the relative reliance on credit sales by the company to generate revenue. A high balance in account receivable can be a major liability. MAHB facing changes in collecting their debt when the analysis show increasing collections days by year by year. AirAsia Berhad is facing low average collection period where they had facing a hard time on 2016. Increasing ratio in every year until 2018 achieved 3 days of collection period. A low average collection period indicates the organization collects payment faster. Okay, next, total asset turnover ratio. The profitability ratio to measure and evaluate the ability of a company to generate income or profit relative to revenue, balance sheet asset, operating costs, and shareholders' equity during a specific period of time. They show how well a company utilizes its asset to produce profit and value to shareholders. Companies with low profit margins tend to have high asset turnover, while those with high profit margins have low asset turnover. AirAsia has increasing total asset turnover, but MAHB decreasing the number to the bottom line. It shows the bad revenue of the company. Conversely, if a company has a low asset turnover ratio, it indicates they were not efficiently using its assets to generate sales. A company can increase a low asset turnover ratio by continuously using assets, limiting purchases of inventory, and increasing sales without purchasing new assets. Thank you.
Okay, let me continue with the operating profit margin ratio. Analysis do include operating profit margin, where it indicates how much profit a company makes after paying for variable costs of production such as wages, raw materials, and others. It is also expressed as a percentage of sales and then shows the efficiency of a company controlling the costs and expenses associated with the business operation. In this case, AirAsia decreasing their profit margin rather than MAHB, where they increase the margin in a huge number yearly. They make enough in profit to cover their fixed payment, expand operations, and pay out dividends. Okay, for the return on asset ratio, in this analysis, also indicate the difference on return asset ratio. This number tells what company can do it with what it has. Sudden increasing from 2016 to 2018 by AirAsia. The higher the ratio, the better the management. It is due to increasing the sales that requires a proportionate reduction in expenses. Increasing the cost of goods sold while maintaining the current asset may also increase the percentage of return on asset. For the dividend payout ratio, is accountability in every company. One of it is dividend payout ratio, which indicates how percent the company can pay the dividend to all shareholders and members yearly. Analysis shows that AirAsia are very well doing in the year from 2016 to 2018. But MAHP reducing from 2016 to 2018 by year. It might be happen due to the company may convert cash to reinvest in the company or buy back stock. The number may increase include reinvestment in a firm's operation, debt reduction, and poor earnings. The price earning ratio indicates the expected price of a share based on its earning.
Now, we turn to price earning ratio. The price earning ratio indicates that the expected price of a share based on its earnings. As a company earnings per share being to rise, so does their market value per share. AirAsia just now showing that their great achievements on 2018, which is 25.89%. A company with high price like AirAsia usually indicate positive future performance, and investors are willing to pay more for their company share. However, if a company has a lower price earnings, it can get more earning for the investment. This make a lower price earning stock a good value, but it can also simply indicate that investors are very confident about the company prospects. We come to the end. Before we stop our presentation, I would like to conclude our financial ratios analysis. Ratios analysis is the basic tool of financial analysis, and financial analysis itself is an important part of any business's planning process and SWOT, being basic tool of the strategic process, and no SWOT analysis would be complete without an analysis of company's financial position. In this way, ratio analysis itself was a very important part of a whole business strategy planning. That's all from us. Thank you and see you.